to the Animals and Ames show today. Our guest host is going to be Abigail Wyman, our animal control clerk. Abby is amazing. If you've ever been here to adopt an animal or called in to ask questions about any of them, she's your girl. She does a lot of things here. We jokingly call her our chaos coordinator because she does a lot of coordinating, and sometimes that stuff can be chaotic, but she is amazing and does great work with the animals as well as the people here. She has a handful of kitty cats that she'd like to show you today and talk about. She is calling this our Lonely Hearts show, as it is Valentine's Day, and so even though you can't buy love, you can definitely adopt it, and Abby's going to show you some that are available for adoption.
All right, and my first friend today is Gavi. Gavi is 2.5 years old, neutered male. Originally came into us as a stray. He thought he was feral, which basically means unsocialized, doesn't know really much about living in harmony with people. But recently, Gavi came around and he joined our Foe to Friends program, which is where the kitties that originally came in acting like foes, like they were nervous and unsure and like kind of aggressive, but not aggressive. It's fear related towards people. He started coming around, especially when he realized that humans bring snacks. So he is about ready to graduate from our Foe to Friends program, and that just means that when they're here at the shelter, that the volunteers move extra slow with them, really focus on socializing them, positive association building with people, and they join that program when they start to show signs of being interested in human attention and not acting fearfully and striking out anymore. And so Gavi is pretty much ready to graduate from that program. He's still a little nervous when you pick him up, but otherwise he loves pets. He might be a little nervous in front of the camera, but he does tend to go booty up when you scratch his butt, which he's too nervous to do for us right now. And he's got him tucked under him because, again, he's a little nervous on camera, but he has the biggest mittens ever. And when he makes biscuits, these things spread all the way out. If you wanted your very own lion, I mean, look at that face. He has the most handsome and majestic face. Very, very sweet. The nice thing about these kitties that have had minimal human contact early on in their life is that they do tend to do really well with other cats because other cats are more familiar to them than people are. So while Gavi has not officially moved into any of our cage-free rooms, he's probably going to at some point because we really do feel like he would do really well with other cats. So he'd probably be a cat who's a little nervous at first when he comes into the home, but then after that, I mean, he just warms right up to people once they get to going on petting him. Not a mean bone in his body anymore. He's got his cute little bandana on for this show, for our Lonely Hearts show. So if you're interested in adopting Gavi, our dating website for kitties is amesanimalshelter.org. You can just click on the button that says adopt. It'll take you right to our adoptable cats and their application. All right, my next friend today is Zoey. Zoey is one of 3 little girls that we have here available for adoption. She is the most social out of the 3, so I figured we'd show her on the show and let her sisters just kind of relax. They're all very, very sweet, but she's braver in front of the camera than her sisters are. Zoey is 10 months old. She came to us, there was someone who was helping out someone who had a litter of kittens and was fostering them and trying to find homes for them, but she was kind of struggling to find homes for them. So we offer to take them in here. She's actually a very good friend of the shelter and does a lot of really good foster work for lots of organizations and individuals in need. So she just needed a little extra help. These girls were getting older and there were more kittens that needed her help as far as bottle feeding and things like that. So Zoey and her sisters came to stay with us. Very, very sweet, had been around cats, dogs, kids. So we'll be able to fit into pretty much every home. Stay here, sweet pea. There we go. As a trio, I would really, it'd be a perfect scenario to adopt all 3 of them into one home. We know that's probably not as likely, so we are willing to separate them into one individual and then a bonded set, or 3 individuals too. But I always personally really love adopting kitties out in pairs. I think the bonds that they build, especially as siblings, is so sweet and so special. So if you're looking for a pair, or if you are crazy and looking for 3, I won't judge you. I will encourage it. I'm a bad influence. then I would say get on our website and fill out an application for Zoey. My second fella of the day, you are not seeing double, you're just seeing a smaller version. This is Hal. Looks a lot like Gavi, not related, just another really handsome orange boy. Came in from a family that had an accidental litter. The mama cat was allowed to go outside, which we highly discourage cats to be outside. It's actually illegal for them to leave your property, just like it is for dogs. They can be on your property without a leash, but off the property, they have to be on leash, just like dogs. So accidental litters is one of the big reasons for that, because if you're letting an intact animal outside, they are going to find another one. So Hal was part of a surprise litter that a family had, and they reached out to us for help to get the kittens into us, and then we're helping out making sure mom is spayed. So even if she does sneak outside again, she won't be making any more babies. They were a little nervous when they first arrived, which is not unusual. They'd never left the home before. They'd never been to the vet or been, visited by lots of other people. They really just knew their family. So Hal's really come a long way. I'm gonna offer him a snack too, because Hal really loves churu. Here, Hal, look, what's that? Oh yes, food distracts me too. That's a good boy. So this is one of the things that our volunteers work with our nervous cats on is positive association building, helping to distract them when they're in new situations. If you go to the vet and your kitty's kind of nervous, you'll see your vet sometimes do this too. It just kind of helps distract them. So Hal is about 7 months old. He is neutered and ready to rock and roll for a new home. Did live in a home with kids, so he'd do great with kids and other cats. I don't think the family had a dog. Doesn't mean Hal couldn't get used to it at some point, but I know the churu ran out. I'm sorry, there's some more. Doesn't mean he couldn't get used to it. He's young, he's still very baby-y, so he has the ability to really help adjust to a lot of situations. So he might be a little shy at first when you first bring him home. But again, this is our Lonely Hearts episode, so Hal is definitely someone we wanted to showcase because he really just needs someone to love and treat him like a baby, because clearly he can be a big baby. He just needs lots of snacks and positive reassurance. And who doesn't when they're in scary situations? So if you're interested in adopting Hal, you just visit our website, amesanimalshelter.org, to fill out an application. So my last friend today is Miriam. Miriam is actually one of Hal's sisters. I don't know if I mentioned that they were a litter of 5 kitties, so 5 of them came in total. Miriam is very, very sweet. Like Hal, took a little bit of time to adjust, but she is up and greeting the volunteers and so sweet, so playful. I woke her up from a nap right now, so she's being deceptively calm and quiet, which is great for the TV show. But she is a very typical kitten, high energy, loves to play, loves to be around people. The volunteers have really won her over, and she's just an absolute sweetie pie. Just like with Zoey, in the litter of 5, I would love to adopt them out in pairs. Kitties do so well in pairs, and like I said, I love adopting out siblings in pairs. They're built-in best friends. I can't even tell you the number of times I adopt out a single cat and tell people, are you sure you don't want to get a friend? And they don't, and then they're back a year later saying, okay, we probably should have got her a friend in the first place. So, but I completely understand situations that lead people to adopt just a single cat to the household. There are some cats that do best as singles, but most of the time it's a really good idea to adopt them in pairs. So just like Hal, Miriam's been around children, been around other cats, would fit really well into a scenario with that. She's a little braver than Hal, so I do think with a dog that's respectful or been around cats before, a little bit lower energy, that she would do really well with that. She is already spayed, 7 months old, and fully vaccinated and ready to find her forever home.
All right, and that's our show for today. Thank you for tuning in. If these guys aren't who you're thinking of maybe adopting, we do have a website, which is amesanimalshelter.org. It updates every 30 minutes, so you can see other animals that we have available for adoption. But I'd like to thank Abby for showing us those lovely kitty cats today, our Lonely Hearts. Hopefully they won't be lonely for very long. And if you're interested, fill out that application on our website.